Today is July the 28th of 2023. This is a Wildland Fire Quick Attack unit. It is in a truck bed, and it can be removed fairly easy off of this truck bed onto another truck or a trailer within just a matter of minutes, because it comes apart in two sections: the tank in one section and the pump that's mounted on a platform on the second section. I'm going to go over this skid unit in depth, piece by piece. We're looking on the right side. The yellow straps are just anchoring it to the trailer at this time. We have a hose holder right here for your fire hoses. Coming around to the side here, we have a pump. This is a 6.5 horsepower pump with a 100 GPM pump, and pumps out about 50 to 100 pounds of pressure. Coming to the back side of it, we have the foam tank on the top here that holds 8 gallons. We have a storage container here that has your instructions in it, and also some of the foam solution, which is basically a granular soap, to add into the tank over here. You've got a return line right here coming to the top of the tank to refill the tank back up, and also to circulate the water when you're pumping so it doesn't overheat, clavitate. Drain valve for your foam tank. I'm going to come back here and show you the overview of it here. We're going to come in and take a look at what we've got here. We have a 12-volt battery, which has a connection on it right here, so that when you move your tank and your pumps, separate the two, you disconnect it there. And also you can hook to a battery charger here, or you can take this end here and hook it into your trailer hookup of your truck, which will give it the 12 volts needed for the pump. Okay, we have this is in a container right here, so this thing does lift up and out, so you can get your battery out fairly easy. We have a gas can right here. It's also in a basket right here. In the back, we have our shut-off valve for our tank with the quick connect cam lock connections. The piping on this is color-coded in red and blue. Blue is being the suction side, red is the discharge side. So if we follow it out of the tank right here, it comes through, round, up, and then over here to a inlet. This is a 1.5-inch cam lock for drafting, and also for filling the tank back up using a adapter, which is adapter connects into it. And on the other end, you have a garden hose fitting on there. So you hook the garden hose into that. The water will flow into here, down, and then into your tank. Also, if you're not using your tank water and you just want to build up your pressure on your garden hose, you can connect this into it, garden hose up to your house. The water is going to flow in here and then into the pump. So we have a 1.5-inch intake here, and the water coming in, which is 2-inch, coming from the tank this direction here, up through the elbow here, and then into the pump itself. The pump has a primer cap on the top here, so if you're drafting, you can't pump air, so you need to fill this chamber up with some water. You'll take the cap off, fill it up with water, and then you'll be able to draft. It does have a one-way check valve located right here that keeps the water in, the water flowing this direction, but keeps the water from flowing back out this direction when this is filled up with water to get the prime needed to cause a suction effect to draft your water. And of course, it's going to hook up here, and then your hose is going to go into your pond or whatever your water source is. It's going to be sucked up into your suction side of your pump into here, and then out your discharge. Coming out your discharge in red, you can see right here, the first one we have is a cooler valve right here. This is a recirculation line that comes up, around, over, and then back up into the tank. This is used when you're pumping and you're not spraying any water. It keeps your pump from overheating as the water spins around, and also cavitating. So this would be cracked after you start up the pump and you are running and flowing water. That's going to be the off position. It has a clamp right here with a butterfly handle on it, so you can easily disconnect this hose when you go to separate your pump's platform skid unit from your tank. So that's easy removal. You have a twist off clamp on there. You also have the secondary one down here on your foam unit, which will be disconnected as well. All right, coming off your piping here, red, of course, the water's flowing like this. First one you come to here is a 3/4 inch garden hose valve. This is fresh water. This is coming straight off your tank. This does not have any foam in it. Your water's coming from your tank, up into your suction, through your pump, out your discharge, then down to here, to the valve. Okay, this is for fresh water. And also you can use this here if you want to wash your hand, or you want to discharge water into another tank or whatever source. Coming down, it elbows around, comes to a one-way check valve. The water is flowing this direction here to you from left to right. This prevents the water from going this direction here back into your pump, like so. The reason for this check valve is because the foam is coming in on this line here at about 80 pounds of pressure, and we don't want this foam to come back this direction here going into your pump, because that will, your pump gets filled up with water, it will cause it to cavitate and also cause the pump chamber to corrode faster with the chemicals that's in the wetting agent. Okay, so this prevents that. This will close off from the pressure from here going this direction here when this foam tank is activated. Now, the check valve will be overridden when the water starts flowing this direction here. As the water passes up the connection right here, it will keep coming around, and the water will be naturally brought into the system this direction here from the pressure of your foam tank pump that you have. The water pressure will be overridden by this as it comes down, as the water flows this direction here. As it comes around, first discharge we have is 1.5 inches. This has 1.5 inch fire thread. We do have some 1.5 inch fire hose under here that connects it into here. This is not pipe threading, this is fire hose threading. 1.5 inches. Has a ball valve on it. Coming across here is our 3/4 inch garden hose. We have a second one here, and then a third one here. This unit does come equipped with two 10-foot sections, a 3/4 inch hose for this, and a fog nozzle, so that you can connect this into a discharge here. You have a second hose right here, which connect into here, and then you can work off of either side of the tank unit should you be fighting a grass fire. This has a short hose so that you can walk around on the bed of your truck and spray the water. Okay, this is set up so that you can have this one of the 10 foot here, another 10 foot here, and then you can have another setup right here where you can have a 50-foot garden hose, which does not come with this unit, that you can have put on this hose holder right here. Okay, coming back to your setup again. Of course, the blue is the intake, the water coming in. your pump. Red is your discharge of your water flowing out of your pump. Again, going over this real quick. Blue water coming in, comes up, over, into your pump, out your discharges. Either the 3/4 inch garden hose right here, fresh water, coming through the check valve, foam injection port right here, coming around, 1.5 fire hose, 3/4 inch garden hose, 3/4 inch garden hose, 3/4 inch garden hose. Now on the 1.5 connection right here, like I said, there is in the box right here at the bottom, 50 feet of hose. It's accordion back in there. This is going to hook up to discharge here. And then we have a fog nozzle right here. This comes out by unattaching this rubber strap on here, and then you just pull your hose out and then connect it here, and you're ready to go. Coming up now, we have our foam system. Again, we have a foam tank on the top. This is an 8-gallon tank. The foam is picked up through this hose right here, going into the tank. It's going to flow like this here through your diaphragm pump, which is an 80 psi pump at 1 gallon per minute. Coming out the discharge, coming down, coming up under through here, through the hole right here, and coming into your piping network. So the foam from the tank up here is coming in this direction here. And the first thing you want to do is to bleed off the air. So we have a drain hose right here. And when you turn this on right here, this valve, it will prime and get all the air out of your hose line and bring the foam up. This hose also, you can set down like this, like here. So it goes out. Or there's a hole port on the top, and you can put it into here like so. And then you're going to recirculate it again from coming in from your tank through diaphragm pump, out your hose, down, around, up through here, turn on your valve, it will circulate through here back into your tank. We're going to demonstrate that real quick. First of all, we're going to hook up the battery. I'm going to connect this real quick. Okay, I've connected the battery for the 12 volts it's needed. We have an on and off switch. When you turn it on, the light comes on, indicating that it is. You heard the pump kick on for a second. Once you hear it stop, it is primed and ready to go. It will only come on when the pressure is being relieved as it starts flowing, and it'll start pumping. Okay. So now we're going to open this up. And it is flowing. Okay. Okay, coming off of here, it goes through here to your proportioner valve, and then you put what percentage of the foam concentrate that you have in there, from 0, which is off right here, 3, 50, 75, 100%. Comes in through here. As it flows this direction here, it's going to come down, and it's injected right down here at the bottom into your system. Okay, I'm going to turn that off, and that's basically the foam system for that. We have a funnel right here. The funnel is used to either insert right here so that you can add water for drafting, for the gasoline to fill up your gas tank, and then down in here you have a oil fill cap right here for your pump so that you can add oil to it if you need it. We have some extra clamps right here, spare clamps. On the side right here, we've got a bracket from your platform of your pump into your tank. It has a bolt right here. This connects, when you slide this together, the bolt goes through here, which keeps the tank right here connected to the platform, and there's one on both sides. And we've got another one located right here. And the bolt comes out and it goes through it, and on the other side is a nut. This is a 275 IBC tank. On the top we have the cap with the chain on it, and the reason for that is so should it vibrate loose, the cap, you don't lose it. And also on the cap itself we drilled holes. This allows air to come in, so as you're pumping, you're able to fill up the cavity of your tank with air as you're pumping the water out. If you don't, it will create a vacuum and a suction effect, and your tank will collapse. So the front of it, we have another board right here that's mounted so you can put a department name on it for whatever department you're with, or if you're with a ranch or fire brigade. On this side right here, we have a 25 feet section of hose with a drafting strainer on the one end, and then a quick connection here. 25 feet of hose, and again you're going to connect it back here to your intake when you're drafting water out of a tank or pond. So you have your 25 feet of hose. It's a hard suction hose, it's not a collapsible hose, so that it was able to draft. Okay, that looks like all the components of this unit. Just go around it real quick one more time. And there you have it. In part 2 of this video, I will show you the actual operation of this foam system. This is the end of part 1.